Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10, broadcasting on Channels Television, live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. President Muhammadu Buhari seeks global support to end terrorism. It's less than a week to the Bayelsa governorship elections as key contestants embark on final campaigns. The world focuses on climate change as world leaders meet in Paris. And Tyson Fury shocks the boxing world as he becomes world heavyweight champion. Do remember that all our top stories can be found on our website. It's channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. When you're done downloading, we do urge you to please interact with the Channel's Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS and Windows platforms. If you've got pictures or videos you'd like to share with us, simply tap on the Channels TV app on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. And here are some eyewitness photos that you sent into our eyewitness portal. And we'll begin with this picture sent in from Yanagwa Ogbia Road in Bayelsa State. Our eyewitness reporter says that trucks overloaded with people and commodities are a common sight along this route. Our reporter calls on traffic regulators to end this trend. Our next photo takes us to Ethiop West local government area in Delta State. It shows primary school pupils in a public school sitting on the floor while receiving lessons. Our eyewitness reporter wants state authorities to provide furniture in this school. And finally, this picture from Ilasamaja in Lagos State. It shows someone resting on the balcony of this two-story building, hovering over his head, though, are high voltage wires from an electricity pole. Our eyewitness reporter wants the power holding company of Nigeria to take down what he describes as an illegal connection. We do appreciate those pictures as we ask that you keep them coming. Many thanks indeed. Now, some students and youth groups in Kogi State have asked the All Progressives Congress to resolve the Kogi State governorship election impasse in favor of Mr. James Falike. They have threatened to force the invalidation of all Progressives Congress votes in the exercise by persuading Mr. Falike, running mate of the late Abubakar Audu, to resign if he is schemed out. This demand is that since the majority votes were cast for the two men, in the absence of Audu, Falike should be allowed to continue as the party's candidate. Spokesman of the students' union bodies, Comrade Michael Obanibi, disclosed this while addressing journalists in Lokoja. He said that students and youths in the state are not happy with the present political situation in the state.
It is a reflection of the visionary role of our late leader that held to the emergence of Honorable James Abiodun Falike as his partner to rescue Kogi State, which was unanimously accepted by the good people of Kogi State. Through this, though the student appreciates the transparency of the election, we wish to express our dissatisfaction of the INEC declaring the election inconclusive, as it was an already established victory. We want to state that the youth and Kogi State students voted massively for Audu/Falike ticket, joint ticket, and in the absence of Audu, Falike should be declared winner. He should be declared the governor-elect immediately, or else the youth and the entire students will force and mandate Falike to resign and withdraw from the race.
It's been a week of controversy upon controversy as the death of the APC candidate Abubakar Audu filtered in. The announcement threw the legal community into disarray as lawyers voiced divergent opinions on what's next after the death of the candidate. Now the situation has not changed as students, politicians, market women all hold different opinions on who should succeed Audu Abubakar. Well, joining me to look at the outcome of the Kogi elections is Mr. Olashupo Ojo. He's the President, Center for the Rule of Law. I want to thank you so much indeed for coming on stage on the News at 10.
Thank you.
Tell me immediately, what are your views on this Kogi situation first?
I feel embarrassed, really. I think we have been boxed into yet another avoidable corner. And I lay the blame scarcely on the doorstep of the aged, old politicians of the past generations who still believe that without them, Nigeria cannot move forward. And who thinks that, look, they are so self-centered, so greedy for power and position, they are not ready to let go. I believe, even the very unfortunate that Abubakar Odu died, the way he died, I believe he was not a fit and proper person to contest for that election, considering his age. We expected a younger person to have been fielded. And it's not only Abubakar Odu alone that is guilty of that. There are other, even the president, Muhammadu Buhari, he has no business being in office now, considering his age. So I'm saying that enough is enough. They are saying that the younger generations are not fit. Who made them to be unfit? Is it not the same people? You destroy the future of the younger ones, their education, their everything. You destroy it. Now you turn around again to blame them. Therefore, you must remain there forever. I think it's high time we should tell them to let us advance. They are delaying us. They are shackling the nation. They are actually tying us down. Let us move. The entire world is moving. But the old people, they are still saying, no, Nigeria must move at their own pace. No, our pace is faster and quicker and better than yours.
Let's look at the broader picture now. What the students said, you just heard that in that report. They say they want Faleke to be fielded in by the APC, and should they go against that, they are demanding his resignation from the party. What will be the implication of that if he resigns?
I think whether APC likes it or not, but it's good that the thing is now narrowed down to APC. It's no longer INEC. INEC has made its own declaration. It has done what was supposed to be done. Even though I have my disagreement with that one too, but well, INEC has taken a decision. It's now up to APC to get this act together. And I think they have two options now. The first option is to either they want to challenge INEC, that instead of saying the election was inconclusive, the INEC ought to have declared that APC has won the election. In which case, things will have been easier to manage. In which case, the deputy governor, governorship candidate will have just stepped into the shoes of the deceased governor. But because they say it is inconclusive, well, December 5 is coming for supplementary election. People have taken grounds with this saying that you have over 49,000 or whatever registered voters. Saying that even though there are 25,000 accredited, I think the law that is relied upon by INEC says that it is the number of registered voters that should be factored, not the number of those who are accredited. So now, having resolved that one, now APC is creating more problem for itself because Audu and Faleke, they contested together. And people voted for them. They campaigned. They did everything. They passed through all the requirements. So now that it is time for substitution, I think APC shouldn't have problem unless they want to unnecessarily problematize this issue. And I think they should now think. They should consider the interest of Nigeria as a country. They should look beyond politics now. They should look beyond interest, personal interest. They should be more patriotic to say that, okay, our law does not envisage this. We already know there is a crisis, which we have to manage. Must we problematize it? Why can't we opt for a route that will be less acrimonious by saying this is the deputy who contested with the late Audu. Now, let him step. Let us substitute him for Audu. So that we now fish for another deputy that will go with him. I think that is the most honorable thing, the less acrimonious route to follow. And bringing in somebody from outside who did not contest to come and now fill the gap for the purpose of supplementary election.
Do you suppose that the supplementary elections will solve this dilemma in Kogi State?
I think it will, because it's already pronounced by INEC. That is where we are presently now. Now, to bring somebody who will only undergo the supplementary election will create more problem, because the opposition will go to court and nullify it, because the vote of 25,000 persons is not what is envisaged by the law to produce the governor of a state. So it's better they go through.
I'm afraid that we're going to have to stop it at this point.
Yes.
I do appreciate your time and your thoughts on the subject. Mr. Olashupo Ojo, the President, Center for the Rule of Law.
Thank you.
Farmers in Osa Ibeku community in Umahia North local government area of Abia State are lamenting the deplorable condition of the road network, which they say is hampering their business opportunities. Although the area is known for the production of palm oil and other palm products, there have not been any way of developing the trade, as traders from other regions have stopped patronizing them due to the state of the bad roads. Our community report tonight looks at a situation caused by abandoned projects.
You're talking.
The African Development Bank Group website has it that an estimated 34% of rural Africans live within 2 kilometers of an all-season road, compared to some 65% in other developing regions. It also states that lack of rural road connectivity seriously constrains agricultural production, a problem faced by many farmers in Nigeria, where one community has had about enough of the suffering emanating from the loss of farm produce and ultimately money. Osa Ibeku in Umahia North local government area in southeastern state of Abia is known for the production of palm oil and palm products, but the community has nothing to show for this prowess.
Old women most times do fall into that gutter there. Sometime past, one elderly person also fell inside the gutter there and died. So this is what we'll be passing through. Most times for our children to go to school, they will also have to pass this area. So we're asking government to come to our aid. It will do us a lot of good. We're also supporting government projects.
We've sent a lot of SOS messages to the government to no avail. We have suffered a lot.
The road network is so bad that ties have been severed by other communities, forcing residents to seek self-help in order to remain relevant. Otherwise, it's a walk through the stream.
Now, this bridge you see here was constructed by ADP about how many years ago? About 11 years ago. 11 to 15 years ago, they abandoned it. You can see the bridge at the center of the stream. Here is water. There is no way you can go through here to the bridge. And beyond that, the other side of the bridge,
people also lament the manner in which the project to rehabilitate the road has been abandoned, a situation the Chief Press Secretary to the state government assures will be speedily addressed.
Already now, government has instructed the TC chairman to ensure that at least 10 rural roads are constructed within this, regraded within this dry season. So it's something that they're going to take place, in stages. After the work in the cities, then we'll move to the rural areas. So no community should feel cheated, no community should feel annihilated. Government is well informed about the situation in those communities.
Until this happens, life for the residents in this community will remain one where all opportunities remain bleak.
Now you're talking.
When the news at 10 returns, Comrade Adam Soshomole's statement on 18,000 naira minimum wage sparks more controversy. That's in a moment. Do stay with us.